Hi everyone, I'm Ewan Jaspan from Naish. Welcome to the Surf Centre YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the new Parawing, the Hatch. So the Hatch is something, very new and something we're really passionate about at Naish. Parawinging is a very new sport, growing quickly, but what we wanted to do was really make the barrier of entry a lot easier into the sport. With any new sport, participation is key, getting people out there and enjoying it. So we wanted to make something that's a lot more user-friendly than anything else on the market and, make it just so people can try the sport and not have a bad time. Obviously, with any new sport, there is a slight learning curve. There's, tips and tricks that will help. Picking the right board and foil will help as well. We suggest a longer, narrow board with a bigger foil to get started, just so you can make sure you get up on the water. So I'm going to go into detail a little bit of the design characteristics of the Hatch, from technical things to materials to, some easy things that we've done to try and make it easier. So first thing that we've done is we've color-coded everything to make everything really easy and obvious when you're in the water, untangling, trying to relaunch, or, just to know what way's up and what way's down. So first we've color-coded the bar. The red is the top with the A bridle lines, which is the top bridle lines too. And then we have the B set, which is blue, and the brake lines, which is yellow. On the canopy, you'll see we've color-coded the leading edge here black, and the center is also a black stripe. So when you're trying to launch the Parawing out the water, you can look for the center of the Parawing. There's a Naish logo here. You grab the middle, and then you can launch it really easily, leading edge up every time. Another thing we've done for user-friendliness is stowing. The dream in Parawing is stowing the Parawing, putting it away, and getting on swell. We've made sure that every size from 1.9 to 5.1 is an easy arm-length stow for an average size rider. I'm about 175 centimeters tall roughly, and I can easily stow every size with one arm length. We haven't just scaled the bridle set, because then you would get a really long bridle on the 5.1 and a really short bridle on the 1.9. We've tuned each size perfectly to have the perfect balance between stowability and stability in the air. Another thing we've really worked on is the upwind ability of the Hatch. This thing goes upwind really well. I would say that is the best selling point, along with the user-friendliness, is the upwind ability is market leading. It goes upwind as well as nearly all wings on the market, as in an inflatable wing. So going upwind has never been so easy. It also means, the easier you go upwind, the more time you have going downwind on the swell. We've also put in a cross bridle line here through all the ribs, which helps when you're pumping the Parawing, that it holds its form a lot easier when you're pumping. So you can pump like this and it's not going to accordion, but it stops the Parawing going like this and losing power. It holds a really rigid shape. It also has a lot of depower, so it flies really well off the A-lines when you depower it in strong wind. You really have range in the Parawing, so it's not as before in Parawing and earlier models where you had to pick the right size. There's a little bit more pumpability in this, and also some top end. You can depower right off the front lines a little more. Here's a gust I can show you. So you can fully fly it off the front lines and depower it, and it doesn't collapse on the leading edge and it doesn't collapse into the wingtip, so you have a nice, smooth, stable ride. The material we've chosen as well is a really nice coated material from Porsche, 38 grams a meter. The coating is really important to keep the Parawing hydrophobic. It lets the water dry and run off it quickly, because it is really important that the Parawing is lightweight so it flies in light winds. Moving into the light winds as well, we're really happy with the 5.1 meter. It really allows you to Parawing in much lighter winds than ever before and have a great time, and it's still easily stowable. So overall, we're super happy with the Naish Hatch Parawing. It really opens up the sport to upwind, downwind, stowing, even just sessioning flat water in one spot. It's super fun to do some tacks and jibes and have a different way of foiling. So make sure you have a chance to ride this and get into Parawinging with the Hatch.